You know that feeling, how a cigarette can seem almost essential when you're out with friends? Like it's the thing that brings everyone together. But what if I told you that whole feeling is just a trick, a really well-designed illusion? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how our basic need for connection gets hijacked by nicotine. And, more importantly, how you can take it back.
Okay, picture this. You're out, you're with your friends, your favorite people, conversation's flowing, everyone's laughing. It's just easy. You're right there, totally in the moment. And then, it happens. You see it out of the corner of your eye. Someone pulls out a pack. Flick. A lighter sparks. Then another one. And just like that, this little invisible circle forms inside your group. And you can feel it, right? The whole vibe just shifts.
And here's the crazy part. A minute ago, you weren't even thinking about a cigarette. But now, that urge can be overwhelming. So, what is actually going on? Well, it's a super powerful psychological pattern. Let's call it the social smoking loop. Okay, so this loop breaks down into 4 parts. First, you've got the cue, just being in that social setting with people smoking. Then comes the craving. And this is the key, it's not really a craving for nicotine. It's that little voice in your head that says, hey, let me get in on that. I want to be part of it. The response? You light up. And the reward? It's not the nicotine buzz. Nope. It's that feeling of being included again, of being in sync with everyone. And this right here is the heart of the whole illusion. The excuse we tell ourselves is, oh, I'm stressed, I need some nicotine. But the real reason? It's, I'm starting to feel separate from the group, I need that connection back. See the difference? It's not about the chemical, it's about craving that human connection. So let's get into how this actually works, how smoking manages to pull this off. It's basically a master at hijacking one of our most fundamental human needs, the need to connect with other people.
I mean, just think about it. When someone says, hey, let's go for a smoke, what are they really saying? It's not just about the action, it's an invitation, right? It's a little ritual. Suddenly you're sharing lighters, telling inside jokes. That cigarette becomes like a physical ticket into this little exclusive club.
And when that happens over and over, all those little rituals start to build this really powerful, unspoken belief in our heads. And that belief is, if I don't smoke, I don't fully belong here.
But here's the absolute truth. The cigarette isn't the magic ingredient here. It's a total imposter. The real connection? That's coming from the conversation, the time you're spending together, the energy between you. The cigarette just swoops in and takes all the credit.
Right, so this feeling, it's not some random accident. It didn't just pop up out of nowhere. This whole social illusion was built. It was carefully designed and then sold to us for decades.
So the big question is, how did this illusion get so powerful? How did smoking and socializing get so tangled up in the first place?
Well, the answer lies in some of the smartest, most effective marketing ever created. See, the tobacco companies figured out a long time ago that they weren't just selling, dried leaves in a paper tube. They were selling an idea, an entire identity.
Just think about old tobacco ads. You almost never saw someone smoking alone looking miserable, right? No way. It was always friends laughing, cool people at parties, adventurers on road trips. They weren't selling a nicotine hit. They were selling belonging, friendship, a certain kind of attitude, freedom. They were selling you an identity.
And the message, pumped out with billions and billions of dollars in ads, was dead simple. They basically taught us all one simple equation. Smoking equals social glue.
But here's the thing. The glue was already there. That desire to connect, to be friends, that's just part of being human. All the cigarettes did was cleverly tag themselves onto that need. They just hitched a ride on something that was already powerful. Okay, so we've seen the loop, we get how the connection gets hijacked, and we know how this whole thing was sold to us. So, now what? How do we break free? How do we actually dissolve this illusion for good?
It all starts with a really simple experiment, something you can try yourself. The next time you're in that situation, you know the one, and people start lighting up, I want you to try this. 1, stay with the group. Don't walk away. 2, keep talking, keep laughing, stay connected. 3, just don't smoke. That's it. And when you do that, you're going to notice something pretty incredible. And you'll notice it right away. You're still part of the group. The conversation is still going. You still belong. The joke's still funny. You're still laughing. That shared moment, it's still happening. And you are still right in the middle of it. Nothing, and I mean nothing, has actually been lost.
Now look, will the craving show up?
Yeah, probably. You'll feel that old familiar pull, that habit knocking on the door. But here's what's different. Because your social need is being met, you're connected, you're included, that craving just doesn't have the same bite. You'll realize it's just a physical feeling. You can watch it come, and then you can watch it go.
And that's when it hits you. That's the big realization. The magic was never, ever in the smoke. It was always in the people. It was always right there in front of you.
And that is what true freedom feels like. It's not just about getting off nicotine. It's about standing there with your friends, breathing in fresh air, and feeling 100% part of the group without needing that prop in your hand. So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. The whole social power of smoking was built on a lie to sell a product. The truth is, your presence, your conversation, that's what connects you to people. You are always enough, cigarette or not. And that's the thought I really want to leave you with. Once you see this one illusion for what it is, once you take away its power, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other illusions are we buying into? When you realize the connection was yours all along, what else becomes possible?